Hi, so this spreadsheet that you see is a representation of the tihai of the peshkar. It is written slightly differently from what Satishji has, but it is basically the same thing. So the first beat of the tihai is tirakita dhadha. So what I have done is I have written it tira as one subbeat. So I've broken up each beat into only 4 subparts. So you could break it up into 8 subparts, which would be ti, ra, ki, ta, dha, a, dha, a. So ti, ra, ki, ta, dha, a, dha, a. But I prefer doing it as 4 because 8 is just too large a number. So um, 4 is just a little more manageable, and you sometimes have to deal with half beat things, but that's all right, I think. So what I have here is the first subbeat is tira, second is kita, the third is dha, and the fourth is dha. So tira, kita, dha, dha. So this together is one beat. These 4 subbeats together. So the clap tells you where each beat starts. So this clap is for this beat, which means it's beat number 1. This is the second beat, and the second beat is tera, kita, dha, akra. So basically, where each subbeat is actually 2 sub-subbeats, right? Because this is tera, this is ki, ta, and this one dha is basically dha, a. So you can say tira, kita, dha, a, or you can say tira, kita, dha, and just that instead of saying that a, just wait till you get on to the next one, whatever works for you. And this second, the fourth subbeat, if you break it up into 2, it's blank followed by kda. So it's akda. The a is basically, I'm saying a, you can say one kda, you can say kda. Either way, it is the kda is the second part of the subbeat. So it's tera, kita, dha, a, akda. So slightly faster is tera, kita, dha, akda. Tera, kita, dha, akda. Tera, kita, dha, akda. This is fairly straightforward. Dha, dha, tin, na. This one is also straightforward. If you look at it the way it is, the way Satiji has it, it's a little confusing because you don't know, because it's supposed to be 8 subbeats per beat, and then you don't know how they're broken up. But this should hopefully be obvious that if you break it up into 4, it's dha, a, dha, a. So if we're going from here, it's dha, dha, tin, na, dha, a, dha, a. And the whole first line is tera, keta, dha, dha, tera, keta, dha, akra, dha, dha, tin, na, dha, a, dha, a. So instead of put a here, you can choose to say 1, 2, whatever works for you. For one subbeat, I prefer saying just a because it's just one. I can deal with one gap. So, but it's entirely up to you. What we are going to do while reciting it is, at least I am going to say one. I'm going to say a, dha, a, dha, a. But when you're doing it on your own, it's your choice what you want to do. So the way the tihai is structured is that, well, by definition, a tihai is 3 iterations of something, 3 iterations of the same thing. So our one iteration begins with the white part. Then there's a yellow part, there's a green part, there's a blue part, and that's the end of the iteration. The 1, 2 are just gaps. Then the white part starts again, then the yellow, green, blue, and then the 1, 2 gap, and then again the white, yellow, green, blue. And that's the end. We end on a dha, which is the third cycle, the beginning of the third cycle. So basically all we have to do rhythm wise is get the first part, one iteration correctly. And then once you've got the hang of that, then we've got the hang of everything. It's just a matter of doing it at a different point in the cycle, that's all. And that may be a little iffy because of the way the lehra goes, but without a lehra, where there's no lehra involved, then it's all the same. It doesn't matter at all. So the white part is straightforward. Tera kita dha dha tera kita. Then there's the yellow part, which is the same as the green part, which is the same as the blue part. Now, why do I have these in three different colors then? It's just so that you know where each part begins and each part ends. So the yellow part is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 sub-beats long. So is the green part, so is the blue part. And they're exactly the same. Each yellow is the same as each green, is the same as each blue, and all of these are the same. So let's focus on the first one here, which is dha, akra, dha, tin, na, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. Again, dha, akra, dha, tin, na, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. The green part would be, like I said, exactly the same thing. So I'm not going to go over it right now. What we're going to do is do the whole, well, maybe not the whole. Let's do the first iteration of the tihai first. So everything from the beginning of the white part to end of the blue part. So that is your iteration number 1. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ready? Oh, ready, go. Tera, kita, dha, dha. Tera, kita, dha, akra, dha, dha. Tinna, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. Dha, akra, dha, dha. Tinna, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. Dha, akra, dha, dha. Tinna, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. So once you have this part down, then you just put a dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. 1, 2. So dha, a, dha, a, dha, a. 1, dha, a, 1, 2. Sorry. Dha, a, 1, 2. Dha, a, 1, 2. Dha, a, dha, a, dha, a, dha, a, 1, 2. Dha, a, 1, 2. So that's the gap you need to put. Uh, so let's start with this and go all the way up till the end. Same rhythm. Tera kita dha dha, tera kita dha, akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a. 1, 2. Tera kita dha dha, tera kita dha, akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a. 1, 2. Tera kita dha dha, tera kita dha, akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a, dha akra dha dha, tinna dha a, dha a, dha a. Let's see if we can do this with a metronome, just because with the metronome, our beats will be consistent for sure, because um, we are all humans, and our rhythm may not be quite as steady. So I am going to go with, let's see how 40 sounds, maybe a tempo of 40 beats per minute. Tira kita dha, no. Tira kita dha dha, tira kita dha dha. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the rhythm that we are going to be reciting at. So there's the metronome clap, the metronome sound, and my clap, which should be coinciding. So that way I know I am on track. And of course, if I make a mistake within the beat, that's a different matter. But at least beat to beat, I will be consistent. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Tere kitte dha dha, tere kitte dha, kda dha dha, tinna dha 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 dha, kda dha dha, tinna dha 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 dha, kda dha dha, tinna dha dha dha. 1, 2, tere kitte dha dha, tere kitte dha, kda dha dha, tinna dha 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 dha. Dha dha tinna dha 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 tinna dha dha dha. 1, 2 tirikita dha dha tirikita dha 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 tinna dha 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 tinna dha 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 tinna dha dha dha. So that's about it. And the next step would be to practice this with a tihai. But I am not going to do that for now because I'm not sure what lehra you guys have. I mean, I don't have that lehra anyway. So I could practice with a different, I could show it to you with a different lehra, but we'll probably do that for some other time. Hopefully this helps. And let me know if you have any more questions. Thank you and bye-bye.